Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is The Charge. I'm Ben Alexander. Welcome to 2023. This is a really sad video to make because I've said in the past I would consider having a BYD Atto 3. I think they're a beautiful car. They seem to be made really well. They look beautiful. The numbers all add up, apart from the charging speed. The rapid charging speed being a little bit on the low side. I think that could be twice as fast. But it's really sad. They're actually, I'm a member of the Facebook groups and I keep an eye on the issues that they're having. And there are a couple of common issues. One of them is really concerning. So one of them is the rare brake lights. Often people are finding on their brand new cars in the first week or couple of months that the brake lights either both aren't working or one isn't working. That's a real concern because you can't have that. That's not sustainable. I mean, how is that going to be in 3 years' time or 5 years' time or 10 years' time if they can't make lights that work when they're a couple of months old? That's quite a concern. I mean, the cars themselves seem to be made really well. I can't say much for the components inside the switches, and who knows what it will be like when, in 10 or 20 years' time when the handles have been yanked a million times. Are they going to break? Are they using good quality plastics, good quality switches? Are they doing all the proper testing that you'd want from a company that's taking $40,000 or $50,000 of your money? So that's the less severe problem. The rare lights are just not working. The other one, which is I think is a real concern, this really shows a lack of care, is the roof. The metal on the roof. I'll overlay some pictures. I've got to find some pictures that I have permission to use. So I'll put these on in a minute. So I'm not sure which ones I'll use. But across the roof, when you open the boot, the back part of the roof panel, flat panel, is on every car I've owned. I think I've probably owned 40 cars, and I've never seen anything like this on any car on any panel. So this goes to show that some people's fears are coming sooner rather than later. So it's warped. The panels are warped, but not a bit warped, really warped. This is mental. And this is sometimes happening from new. So when people are taking delivery of their cars, the panels are already bent, or they aren't bent, and then they are after a month or two of being used and sitting around. So basically the cars are wobbling around and shifting, and then that's happening. This is a real concern because we need to make sure that the cars are made with good quality materials. A lot of testing has happened with the cars. These things are pretty basic relative to the things that could go wrong. Rare lights not working. You could kind of swap that out, you'd imagine. The metal is also, it's metal. Can't only go wrong so far, I would imagine. But when you have a car that's filled with motors, battery management systems, lithium-ion cells, and all sorts of other gubbins that's inside, this doesn't bode well. This doesn't look very well at all. Let me know if you've had, in the comments below, if you've had any issues with yours. I think they're still a good buy. I think the price is brilliant. They look great. They drive well. I'm not the biggest fan of the futuristic interior because it's kind of like a futuristic interior, but I hope cars in the future don't really all look like this because they're a bit too futury, a bit crazy. But they still look nice though. I still consider getting one. Apart from the price has just been raised. I think it was from $44,000 or $45,000 to, I think, was it 48 or 52 on the road? I'm not sure. Someone will tell me. I always get pulled up on my videos. So this is the concern with these cars. We know that they are supposed to be well made. BYD have made a lot of cars and they've covered lots of miles over the years in these cars. But another concern really is that Warren Buffett has so far sold $145 million worth of his shares. $145 million of shares of the company video just here. That's also quite a concern, because if you look at the graph of how the company has done over the years, it's gone kind of like this, and then it's shot up, and then Warren Buffett sells lots of his shares. He still owns about, I think, 19% of the company, so he's still got a large stake in it, but he's sold a lot of his shares. So I really would like to ask him why. Why? Has he just simply deduced that he's won? He's invested some money, it's made him a lot of money, now he's won, he's getting out, but not completely, just in case. So either way, if he loses a lot of money now in the bit that he has, he will in the end still have made millions and millions of dollars. I don't know. So if you're a bit of an investor, maybe on this video comment on that, or let me know on the other video what on earth's going on, because I have no idea. I just think he's won with his investing strategy, and that's why he's sold. But yeah, that doesn't look good, you know. That doesn't make me think, though, maybe he's spotted a weakness in the company that we just don't know. You know, when you own that much of a company, you'll know more than your average person about that company. So, but for sure, electric components not working off the line when you're getting your cars, and the metal bending, that doesn't really sound very well to me. I'm a person that's always thought you should try and strive to find like the next Toyota Camry, Honda Jazz, Toyota Yaris, you know, but in the next generation, the electric versions of these cars. Because when we buy these cars, you can't really argue that you're making a great decision for the environment when you're buying the wrong kinds of cars that will probably not be around in 10 or 12, 13, 14 years. You kind of want them to be like Toyotas and Hondas, so that in 22 years' time you can still go buy them and they're still worth a couple of $1,000s, a few $1,000s. That's kind of the hope, you know. And you know, who knows where the world will be in 20 years' time anyway. There might be some autonomous driving, and you know, it might be really expensive to own a car. The governments around the world might just make it really difficult. They might be pushing for people to have push bikes, which is personally a thing I think they should probably be doing now, just making people want to ride the push bikes more than drive cars. Because if you need a loaf of bread, it doesn't make sense that you drive a 2-ton piece of metal to go get it. I don't think that makes sense at all. So let me know if you think I'm wrong and I'm a complete plonker. That's fine. And I'm sorry if I offended some people, but it's just this is an important decision for a lot of people to get a really good quality car, and I want the cars to work for the people that buy them. So you know, companies will happily take your money and give you less. That's the problem. So if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it 2 thumbs down, and subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, because I make them every single day, and I try and make them not very boring. I try and make them interesting, and I try and pose questions and to get people thinking, because it's really important we do that. Thanks for watching.